hold on. Hello, my name's, oh, snap, that's loud. Damn, that's loud. I'm watching this live. Yep, live. I'm checking out Phantasy Star Online 2's NGS. God, this is loud. Yep, Phantasy Star Online 2, New Genesis Prologue 2. Doing a reaction video over it. Live. It's just starting. World, yep, see it says down here live. They actually started earlier than 7. It said this would start at 7 a.m. and yeah, watching it right now, I can hear the music in the background. I usually play this game during the seasonal events. I saw this. I thought, hey, I wanted to check this out. Starts at 7 my time. 5 a.m. Pacific time. Yeah, this is a little video for it, of course. Yeah, that trailer video. PSO2 and PSO2 New Genesis. Yeah, I just went through that reaction. So, yep. New Genesis. There it is. New graphic update and all that stuff. You know, it's like, oh, it's like a new game, right? Yeah. We wanted to show, okay, yeah, that's already been out. That's just the trailer of it. Of course, that's already been out. So, yeah, PSO2, New Genesis, as you see here, Prologue 2. PSO2, New Genesis, Prologue 2. And those are the hosts of this thing I want to react to. Yeah, Yuki, they're from Japan, coming soon. So, New Genesis, Phantasy Star Online 2. It's live. It's about to start soon at 7 o'clock. And they just started that little trailer thing. I was like, holy crap, was it starting now before 7? No. It's still like a few minutes before 7 o'clock. It's literally 6:57, almost 7. So they started like at 6:55, which when I was gonna start this reaction video, so it's like 5 minutes before 7. Here goes again. Okay, they're just showing this again. They already showed this. I guess they're re-showing it again, like before 7 again. Yeah, that's all this is right now. I can tell. July 2012 is when the game came out, I guess. That's what it says there, right? The PSO series loved all over the world through Japanese version and the global version. Global version, means all around the world, instead of just Japanese. But this came out, this is originally from Japan, of course. New Earth, a new game that says, starting to do, New Genesis. Yep, New Genesis, that's what it is. And they came out, coming out this on the Xbox One, Windows 10, and horrible, you know, like it's on Steam, but originated in Japan. This game came out in Japan first, of course. Highly customizable character creations. This trailer is just talking about the New Genesis thing. It's almost like basically, you know, an expansion upon the already existing game. It's still the same game, still PSO2. It's with the same characters. Yeah, like, oh, 2 separate universes are part of the same game. Like an expansion or something, kinda. Yeah, from what it's saying here. I remember seeing this since the Xbox. They revealed this for the Xbox press conference, Microsoft press conference. They actually did show this in the Microsoft press conference. That's when I saw it, a bit about it. And this is the second prologue. I think and not, like, wasn't I what I saw in the first place was the first prologue? Or what was that they showed at the Microsoft press conference? What was a digital Microsoft press conference? Because, you know, considering the whole COVID thing going on, that's, well, that was in 2020. Yeah, it's 2021. Hopefully that it kind of close to come. It was like it's going to come to an end this year. Hopefully, but yeah, that sort of thing where everybody's kind of, I'm sure has kind of gotten, or something happened with it about it in Japan from what I'm hearing. Like, last thing I heard was, I did a reaction video over Smash Bros. Ultimate with Sakurai saying he's still doing the whole, if you know what I'm talking about, I did a reaction video over Pyro and Mithra where Sakurai says it's gotten worse or something like that in Japan or something like that. Was a reaction that I did earlier. But that's another thing. Anyway, yeah, here it is, about to start. Hey, here we go.
Hello!
Hello.
Good evening to the viewers of YouTube and Twitter Live. Welcome to our program PSO2 New Genesis Prologue 2. Phantasy Star Online 2, or PSO2, the online RPG proudly published by SEGA and gaining great popularity around the world, is going to be reborn as Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis, or in short, PSO2 NGS, by this year's 2021 major update. In this special program, we are here to bring you the merit and the latest information of this new PSO2 NGS. This program is titled Prologue, preceding the start of the service of PSO2 NGS. Today's program is Prologue 2, subsequent to Prologue 1, which was aired in December 2020. Please look forward to today's program.
I think I saw that. Sure I did.
This program is live streaming of the pre-recorded program. The viewers of this program can make comments, but please know that we are not able to respond to your comments.
Yeah, they aired this ahead of time.
Also, we are simultaneously live streaming the English dubbed version of the program on YouTube global channel PSO2. So if you want to watch this in English, please check this channel.
Because I read in the description below this video, it says they aired this ahead of time.
Didn't you say the same thing last time?
What the heck?
It says, Habumi kawaii, wave to me, Iwai kawaii. Thank you for that too.
Funny.
I'm Iwai, right?
Funny. Hey, hello.
Okay, enough of that. I'm the main MC of this program, Iwai of Harachi.
That's who this is.
And here's today's assistant MC.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
I'm the assistant MC of this program, Mizuho Habu.
You can hear him talk, besides the translator speaking for him right now in English. Because no, they speak Japanese, I can tell. Well, of course I can tell. I can hear the translator.
That's great.
That's what we're hearing over them talking.
We did a location shoot together quite a while ago, right?
That's right, it was fun.
Originated in Japan.
Lots of time has passed since then, so all the fans of Sakurazaka 46 must call you Habumi by now, right?
Since 2012.
Never once. Just you who called me by that name, Iwai-san.
What? Wasn't your name Zuho Habumi?
No, Mizuho Habu.
Oh, it was incorrect. No wonder I kept thinking how strange your name was. Anyway, this is the second program of the Prologue series that was launched late last year. I promise you that today's program will also be full of fun and useful information, just like last time. You like games, right, Habumi?
Yes, I like it so much that I play games not from morning till night, but from morning all through to the next morning.
No sleep?
Yes, I sometimes devote myself to playing games without sparing time for sleep on my day off.
You must be really curious about this game.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's great. Please try playing this game once the service starts. I'm sure that those of you who are new to PSO2 and thinking of playing it for the first time, like Habumi, would also find this program useful and enjoyable. So please tag along with us till the end. Now, let's start off with this project, the so-called NGS mission.
Also, I was playing it mostly during the events, like seasonal events. NGS mission.
So, as is customary since last time, we'd like to have Habumi come up with an original signature pose for this program. It's got to be cool enough pose to make the viewers of this program want to copy it.
Want to copy? That's tough. I've never been asked to do something like this before, so I've never given much thought of creating the signature pose till now.
Oh, don't you have like a Habumi original gag or something?
No, I don't have any.
Nothing? I thought that the popular idols usually have one original of their own, don't they?
I can hear him speaking Japanese. You can listen carefully.
But couldn't come up with a good one.
Is that so? Hopefully something good comes up for this special occasion. What we want for the signature pose is that it has to be a cool and simple enough pose so that the viewers can remember and copy it. This is a chance for your signature pose to be used as we call out the title of this program from now on. So give us your best shot. Also, you want to know something incredible? If your signature pose is really good, we might consider adding the pose in PSO2 as one of its emotes.
Wow, now I'm really motivated.
Imagine that the characters of PSO2 can be doing your signature pose in the game. Comes true, and if you want to claim the copyright for your pose, you can talk about that later. Anyway, we wish you the best. So, what kind of signature pose is she going to come up with? Habumi is going to demonstrate her original signature pose for us at the end of the program. The signature pose created by the previous assistant, Mibu-chan, was evaluated as pending as a consequence, because it looked like it wasn't really good.
That's not true.
Well, we didn't really feel her zest for it, so pending is the result. So please come up with something we can accept.
Okay, I'll do my best because I really want my pose to be accepted.
Please look forward to it, everyone. All right, PSO2 New Genesis Prologue 2. The same as the last time, we bring you the latest and useful information of PSO2 NGS one after another, so stay with us to the end of the program. All right, without further ado, let's get into the first section.
If I didn't actually see
the first section is PSO2 NGS hot information.
Now I'd like to introduce to you PSO2 NGS official navigator Hiro Arai.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
Hiro Arai himself. He's a familiar face to this program since the previous one. Have you had a chance to watch the last one?
Of course.
Hiro-san, we're getting lots of comments for you like Hiro-san kawaii.
It seems like so. Thank you for the comments.
I see comments saying, wave to me, so why don't you wave to the viewers? Nice, thank you. I can see there are a lot of fans of Hiro Arai out there. Probably he now needs to hold his own events like fan meetings.
Yes, I think things are going to get really busy for him.
All right, some of the viewers may be new to this program, so could you introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. This is Hiro Arai, the official navigator of PSO2 NGS. As the navigator, I intend to provide you with all the newest info on PSO2 NGS and become the bridge between players and the devs in order to navigate the game into an even better direction. Glad to be here.
Thank you. He knows everything about PSO2 NGS, so if you have any questions, just ask him.
That's right. In fact, he acts as a bridge for us.
That's right. Very helpful to newcomers. Now then, Hiro-san, can you tell us how the first closed beta test from the other day went?
Sure. The first closed beta test went live at the end of January, and many joined in. Thank you, everyone, for your support.
I heard it was really exciting.
Did you get to play it, Iwai-san?
I actually didn't get the chance to join the closed beta test due to some timing issues. But I did get a chance to play a build with SEGA staff and Hiro-san at their headquarters. It was great, and it looked really pretty.
It's SEGA game. Yeah. I knew that.
Iwai's character creation was really unique.
That's right. I also did the character creation. And this is what I created. What do you think? She's a mechanical girl named Cast.
Are you partial to twin pigtails?
Yeah, I like twin pigtails. I created this girl by imitating the character that I was using when playing Phantasy Star Universe a long time ago.
I see. So that is to say, this girl is your type.
Yes. I love twin pigtails. So Habami, please set your hair in twin pigtails when you come next time, okay?
Well, I think my hair isn't long enough to...
It's okay. No problem. I like short twin pigtails, too.
I think I'll pass.
So what do you think, Hiro-san?
Well, I like the straight hair myself.
I wasn't asking about your favorite hairstyle. I was asking what you think of my character creation. Come to think of it, don't you see many characters similar to mine in PSO2?
Yes, indeed, it's very popular. Should I say a cosmic look?
It's really kawaii character, isn't it?
And Iwai-san played it as a hunter.
That's right. The hunter was really easy to use. It had high maneuverability and was very quick in movement.
Is it easy to use even for beginners?
Yes, I believe so. Iwai-san was a little stiff at first, but he immediately got the knack of it and was able to deliver various moves like a counterattack in no time.
You can deliver attacking moves easily just by pressing buttons rapidly for beginners.
Yes, that's right. It's really easy to play with, I think.
Yes. Oh, this is...
I could have chose Hunter.
So I played it with other players.
I was thinking between Hunter or Bouncer when I played PSO2. Well, when I do play it.
The mission was to defeat the boss character named Daggers, but it was really hard to find it, and it took us quite some time until finally one of our players spotted him and said, "It's right over there."
That's right. We heard someone saying found it. And so we followed the voice and arrived here.
Yes, the Nagrus we encountered was gold, which was different color from a normal Nagrus, so it was a very rare Nagrus. We were very fortunate to encounter this golden Nagrus, right?
That's right.
Then all of us attacked together and successfully
like a giant dragon?
Since we defeated the rare golden Nagrus, we were expecting to get something really nice from it. but actually there was not a single drop that was rare.
Is that so?
Yes, that was really sad.
Especially after going through all the trouble, and we were so excited when we finally
This is
managed to defeat it.
It's fun to play with other players, isn't
and
it?
Star Universe, that's what this is.
I played with some staff members of SEGA,
This
so
is
they knew what they
before
were doing, and I
Phantasy
was glad to
Star
help in defeating the
Online.
enemy.
PSO, and then PSO2, PSU, and the Star
Next
Universe.
is this.
That's what this is
Iwai-san
from.
took this screenshot for us.
Yes, this
That's
place
what they're
was really
talking
beautiful.
about.
When I
Sounds like
took this
it's
screenshot,
yeah.
it was at nighttime with the full moon. This place was a field full of pink grass that gleamed in reflecting the moonlight. There were many more places like this with gorgeous scenery in this game.
Yeah, right. The mag.
Yes,
the mag
in
floating in the
fact, this is one of my
background.
favorite places.
Oh, really? Thank you for taking me to the best place.
Huh.
It is beautiful during the sunset as well.
Of course, it's Japanese.
Yes, I can imagine
Yeah, I'm
that.
just saying that
Also,
again.
I enjoyed jumping in the ocean, and it was a nice feeling to swim in there. The ocean was very beautiful.
Swim in
Sounds
the
really
ocean in
nice.
the
I
goon.
want to go there, too.
Yes, I really enjoyed it. I spent so much time just on the character create. Of course, I enjoyed playing it overall. Well, I really recommend that you play this game.
Yes, the universe.
To tell the truth, it was only for the short period of time, but I played this game a little earlier today.
Really? All this time you were acting like you've never played this game before.
Sorry, I was pretending I know nothing.
Wow, you got me good. You were acting like you've already played this game? I envy you, Iwai-san. You
That's
played the
funny.
game too. So what's your impression?
The graphics were so beautiful that it made me want to take a nap on the grass in the game. I also enjoyed creating my own character.
So this is it? The character you created?
Yes.
Your character looks tall.
Yes, I'm 171 centimeters tall, and I wanted my character to be similar to my actual size. I can create
there
it
you
in
go.
any shape I want, and it's very easy to do.
The character
That's
was
nice.
based on the mirror image of her own self, so to speak.
Yes, I really enjoyed this character creation.
So did you play with the hunter?
Or
Yes, I played as the
It's
hunter.
understandable.
I heard it's easy to play for beginners.
How was it? Did you defeat lots of enemies?
Yes, I did. I got the knack of it as I kept playing. I could
could've
make
played
moves
that
like
earlier,
jump
I really
attacks.
didn't.
It's fairly easy to control, so I enjoyed it very much.
Right.
No,
Since
in
there's no
practice
complicated
quest.
rule in defeating the enemy,
If
anyone
not
can
yet.
manage it easily and intuitively.
It only requires very simple control.
We both enjoyed it very much.
I'm glad you both enjoyed the CBT. But we will actually have our second test starting tomorrow, March 19th. Although the contents won't be too different from the first test, we have already finished recruiting more users to join us on the test. Now
Yeah, some
both
people got
CBT 1
the
and
beta.
2 are for domestic users, but I'm pleased to announce that there will also be a CBT for global version users as well.
There you go. Hey.
That's wonderful
Right.
news.
We will provide further details on the global version's official website and Twitter at the later time, so please hold on just a while longer on an announcement. And so, with
This was
second
taken out
CBT around the corner
earlier
and the
time.
global CBT being a reality, we would like to go over some of the elements that were introduced on the first CBT for the people who were unable to
one.
participate or have the time to experience everything.
We weren't able to play for too long either, so we would like to hear as well.
It's not out yet.
Please, go right
This
ahead.
isn't data,
Now, please take a look at this next footage.
of course. Okay. I got
Allow
more
me to introduce
elements.
boss enemies from the new
Introducing
enemy
to-
type in NGS, which are dolls.
Ooh, dolls, right. Said that in the
First is
trailer.
Bujin. They're tiny
about
dolls,
this already.
but their quick attacks make them very powerful.
They're
They have
tiny.
ninja-like movements, and once their health is low, they attack using clones of themselves. Their actions are real tricky and stylish.
Huh.
The transparency of its body looks really cool. It's very agile too.
It's really quick in movement.
Oh, jeez. Is that an attack? Okay.
Next
Yep.
up is Daitil Sword. They're
Daitil
giant-like
Sword
dolls
doll.
that showed up at the end of the opening
Okay,
movie.
these are the giant
Their
ones.
big bodies make it easy to
Smaller.
spot from afar
This
and
is the one
provide a
we've
new
seen in the
experience in
trailer.
fights. You can knock them down by accumulating damage to their feet, making it easier to aim for the heart, which is their weak point. Their attacks are somewhat easy to dodge due to their slow movements, but careful as they are powerful attacks.
Ouch.
Wow, this attack looks really lethal. What a devastating attack. Everything's turned red.
It's really angry, that's for sure.
Oh, fired my lasers! Oh, jeez.
Also, NGS has enemies called Formers, who resemble Sylvants from the old PSO2. Allow me to introduce you to some of these Formers who pose as boss enemies.
Earlier enemies?
The Crag Bear have big attack motions, making them predictable.
This guy
it
again?
acts differently to the enemy it's based on from PSO2.
Oh, okay,
and will use attacks such as sending out shockwaves by punching the ground,
it's not the
or
same
anti-air attacks such as jumping and grabbing a hold of players.
It's grabbing and throwing down to the ground. You're in serious danger when you get this type of combination attack.
Ouch.
That's unbelievable.
Ard Bansers and Ard Banshees are known for their quick attacks, although their counterparts from PSO2 also held powerful attack patterns. They have powerful wind-howling attacks and wind cutters added, allowing them to fight against long-range and airborne players just like the Crag Bear. There are also new enemy types other than dolls called alters. They're unsettling eye-themed designs, and their increase in strength during the nighttime makes these new enemies unique. Here are some alters that pose as boss enemies. First up is the Chiakurio. They're sea angel-like enemies that float about and mainly enhance other enemies.
So, this is the so-called supporting type enemy, right?
Like this. That's right. And this is how it does.
I see, I see. So this is how it supports and enhances other enemies.
Oh, that's so far anyway.
Next up
is
Wowlon. They attack with the sickles in their hands as well as kick attacks that send out waves.
It looks like very good at kicking.
That's impressive. It seems it creates some shockwaves as well.
This is going to hurt a lot.
Very, very dangerous. The tail also looks
It's
dangerous.
gonna hurt.
That's it for new information on enemies. Okay, let's recap what we learned so far. Please take a look at this slide.
Before, but newer.
Boss enemies from the dolls, such as Bujin and Daitil Swords, and these PSO2 Sylvan-looking boss enemies from the Formers, such as Crag Bear, Ard Banser, and Ard Banshees. New boss enemies from the altars, such as Chiakurio and Wowlons, were introduced. There were a lot more normal enemies in the closed beta test, aside from the bosses we introduced.
Well, of course,
for Formers and altars.
It's similar to.
Were there any enemies that caught your interest?
PSO2.
Daitil Swords are real tall, so am I. So I was confident.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's a Sakurazaka 46 Daitil Sword.
Yeah, pretty much.
You should probably defeat the altars first, right?
Yes, that's right.
I wonder how these Wowlons
There's
live
support.
with the sickles in
That's
their
what
hands.
I was saying earlier. Yeah, defeat this fort first.
Yes, right.
Fort first.
I guess it
Otherwise it's
skewers
stupid.
everything that it eats. It must have one tough lifestyle. I don't think I could live like that.
That's for sure.
All in all, the improvement in the graphics is very clear and undeniable. It's much better and more beautiful. The quick movements are nicely displayed too.
That's right.
If they're called Daitil Sword, then that must mean that there are non-sword types, right?
The game goes through rebirth.
Well, I'm not sure.
Oh, New Genesis.
Oh, he's stalling, and that's very suspicious, isn't it?
What?
Yes, he's just playing dumb.
Now let's go to the next footage.
Oh, okay.
We will be providing additional information on exploration sections.
Oh, there we
In
go.
previously shown information,
exploration
we stated that
sections.
the open field
Or 2
will
players.
have up to 8 players. But in actuality,
Only
that
2.
was the case for the combat sections. But in the exploration sections, a total of up to 32 players can play together at once. Exploration sections allow for gathering materials, finding new locations, hunting for certain enemies, and so on, allowing you to explore the area. Which is why there are less enemy encounters than the combat section. But there are special enemies that only appear in exploration sections. One type of those enemies are the dread enemies that are powerful, higher level variants of the same that appears normally and pose as a boss of the area. Their HP and strength are increased, so avoid fighting them until you're higher level. There are also gigantics that appear under very specific conditions. They have much higher levels than the dread enemies and end up leaving after a set time, so working together with other players is absolutely necessary.
I think I can handle this, because I'm tall.
You can? You feel confident against the big ones, huh?
Oh my gosh. That's funny.
Here, he's attacking its weak point.
And that's introductions to the exploration sections.
Reference there.
Let's go over it through some slides. Previously, we mentioned that PSO2 NGS will have 8-player combat. Many were disappointed due to PSO2 originally having 12-player multiplayer sessions, which meant the scale was tinier this time. However, that was only the case for combat sections, which focus on fighting enemies. But instead, within the exploration section, you can play with up to 32 players.
Yeah, that's gonna look ridiculous. All really
The
around
32-player
the same time.
sessions must have been a surprise for users, as it was only revealed once. They actually played the closed beta test. The evolved multi-party system, which allows for seamless matchmaking by simply being in the field, is best experienced than just hearing about it, as was noted by the dev team.
These
Exploration sections will have guardians of the area, dread enemies, and gigantics show up.
They're really paying much
The
attention
gigantics
to
have
how
an
many.
unusual amount of HP and attack, and they also despawn after a certain amount of time. The first CBT featured the gigantics of the Daitil, but I heard that only a small amount of users were able to defeat it during the test.
Wow. Cool. I
It
can't
looks
even
really
say what
strong
I'm
and
even trying to
powerful.
say. Who's the big
I
guy?
myself have encountered a strong enemy like this when I played.
Yes, it was the enemy called Wowlon,
Big
and
guy.
you were still at level 1 at the time.
Encountered at level 1?
Yes. I encountered Wowlon in the moment I stepped outside, and I heard other players saying, "Get away from there right now!" So I just ran away from there as fast as I could. It was really close.
That's right. That's it for the exploration section.
Okay.
Any information catch your eyes?
The dread enemies seem to have
translators.
moss growing on their bodies,
They're
and I was
saying what
impressed
they're
at the
saying.
amount of details.
Yes, they're supposed to be like guardians that protected these areas for a long time.
Dread enemies.
Ah, so that's why.
What they say.
That's some detail. The 32-player combat seems grand and exciting, but are the Gigantics hard to defeat even with 32 players?
It seems there were some users who went with a full 32 party, but only 17 of these enemies were defeated in the entirety of the test period.
Is that so? It means that so many skilled players battled hand in hand, but that was all they could defeat.
It tells me how powerful these enemies are.
Yeah, really powerful.
The players who participated in the first beta test were all extremely well skilled.
I thought so. They got to be advanced players.
If you can defeat such a powerful enemy, you will be recognized as a hero, right? I want to be called hero.
That would be nice, and I'm sure there will be even more powerful enemies appearing one after another. So I want to be the first one to defeat them.
Yes, good luck. Let's go over other information that was introduced in the first CBT all at once with some slides. Please go ahead.
Oh my gosh.
The outerwear and cast parts in PSO2 NGS are similar to accessories and hairstyles in that they are registered to your character by consuming a ticket, just like other avatar items. In the old PSO2, outerwear and cast parts were treated as items that took up inventory storage. This will no longer be an issue. Next is how layered wares in PSO2 NGS now have items called set wares. Set wares will be on the same layer as base wear on your character, but cannot be used with outerwear.
Okay, right, I know what
The
they're
difference
talking
with
about right now.
outfits from the old PSO2 is that Just like NGS outerwear and parts, these are also registration based through tickets. Now, regarding the weapons camos that changed your weapon's look. In PSO2, you were unable to equip multiple weapon camos at once, but starting with NGS, you can now equip weapon camos per weapon category. On to the next slide, please. We informed previously that just like old PSO2, you can also set a subclass separate from the main class in PSO2 NGS as well. Let me point out some differences on the subclass this time around.
How's it different this time?
The biggest difference is that the stats of the subclass will no longer affect the main class. Though all weapons, PA, and techniques available for the subclass will be usable. Also, some class skills such as those that impact your usable weapons will affect the main class as well. Next, regarding skill points to learn class skills. In the old PSO2, you gained skill points whenever you leveled up. In NGS, however, completing cocoons and towers will award you with them. Obtained skill points can also be used on all classes. Since skill point acquisition is account-based, you can use skill points on a new character immediately on the same account. As a new feature to item customization, you can now limit break weapons and armor. Low rarity equipment have low enhancement caps, but by utilizing limit breaks, you can increase this cap, making it possible to enhance them even further.
Weapons. Limit break, aka enhancing the weapon. I see what they're talking about here.
You can upgrade 1-star weapons up to the strength of a 4-star weapon, for example, which means you can keep using the same weapon of your liking, or avoid the issue where you cannot advance any further due to not getting any rare weapons. Lastly, NGS has a status called Battle Power, which displays a strength of the character not apparent through just class levels. This takes into account player HP, attack, defense, skill points used, and augments and potentials on your weapons and armor equipped. Certain urgent quests may also require a certain amount of battle power. That's it on the rundown of information which was introduced in the first closed beta test in Japan.
Not the weapons? I guess I kind of forgot what he just said there. Battle power.
Thank you so much. That was so much information. You don't have to have a powerful weapon. Instead, you can enhance your own weapon. Also, some missions require players to have a certain battle power to participate in. That means we could do missions with players who are at a similar battle power. That's really great.
Also, players can enjoy enhancing their own characters as casting their eyes on these missions.
I see. As a motivation factor, like, I reached a certain battle power. Now I can participate in this mission. So you're doing okay so far?
I think I'm starting to get it. Can't wait to play it. Now, Hiro-san, we had CBT participants answer and send us some surveys. I heard you'll be going over those results today as well?
That's right. Show the slides, please. Here, we will be reporting on the results from the first closed beta test for NGS from late January. We had our domestic PSO2 users with accounts join us, and there were many who participated. Thank you all for your participation and in answering these surveys and talking in forums. We were able to collect many opinions, hopes, and bug reports. Thank you for your support. Here is a report on the general results overall. First, it was deemed that change to the base design of the game is unnecessary and that we can continue as is. However, some parts that require changes will be fine-tuned and improved for the second CBT and release. We will touch on the details in the coming slides. Second, server load and data sharing did have issues such as login errors and character appearances changing on the first day immediately after opening. Even after fixes, the servers still saw several seconds of lag from time to time. We will see if these issues are alleviated with the second CBT when reevaluating.
I see. Some fine-tuning is necessary, but the test is a success then.
Yes. We were able to collect many opinions and reactions to the game, and we were able to catch major issues, so we'd say the test was very successful. And of course, although it is a test, it was great we were able to have users enjoy and accept the new type of experience of NGS.
I was already kind of tired before I started this.
I assume there are a lot of requests in the surveys?
So I kind of got off early to see this, basically.
That's right. We will be going over details and reports from the survey and how the development team has responded with their future plans. Since time is limited, we will only go over the main points orally. Now, please show the slides. The results for action-related elements are as follows.
Slides again.
One point which stood out was that aiming at targets with close-range weapons was sometimes difficult. Cancel timing is slow, so it's hard to evade attacks. In the second CBT, we will reevaluate the system's priority when determining lock-on targets. We will also ease the window of cancel timing via guarding with a sword, so please check them again next time as well. There were also reports that enemy strength and the EXP provided was not balanced. We will be adjusting the HP and attack of necessary enemies and increase experience. We will adjust the amount of EXP gained correctly with the increase in HP. You should be able to gain EXP fit for the strength of the enemy.
I don't see Bouncer in there.
We plan to readjust the cancel timing of all weapons other than sword as well. Also, since the types of class skills were limited for the CBT, we will adjust the number of class skills usable for the subclass as well. Also, although the slide does not cover it, some wanted the game's speed to match that of PSO2, or that they wish for the dash and glide to be faster. We have a response from the dev team regarding this that I'll share now. Regarding PSO2 NGS game speed, we are aiming to fine-tune and balance it so that current players of PSO2 and newcomers to the series after NGS, or even returning players, can enjoy the game with ease. Which is why NGS game speed is slightly slower compared to that of PSO2, which increased in its speed since episode 1 to 6. However, we feel that new actions such as dash and glide have improved the game pace overall, adding a new feel of action flow on the game than that of the current PSO2. Which is why we have determined that the current speed is suitable for the time being upon release. These were the comments from the team.
You say everything as they are. Even these negative opinions and points of improvement being needed. But it shows that how serious you want this game to meet the satisfaction of every player without compromise. No wonder we can enjoy this game so much.
The objective feedback are very important, aren't they?
Right. There were also some opinions from other survey results that stated the game's action still felt a little hard. How did you two feel about the action elements of the CBT as a whole?
It was a really exhilarating experience. It felt so nice jumping into the air. I even said, "I did it!" out loud when I successfully delivered my attack. I really wanted to try many other things. Also, there were many places with great scenery in the game, so not only did I fight the enemy, but sometimes I took a walk and shot some photos. All in all, I enjoyed it in so many aspects.
I had a chance to watch users from various classes in combat and action. I felt it was very light and their movements were very smooth.
You only experienced the Hunter, but there are some other classes, so I believe you can enjoy much more with that as well. Thank you very much. On to the next slide, please.
Of course.
Here are the results regarding graphics. Some standouts are that the character feels different from Salon to the field, or I can't make the face I want with the new face types. Regarding this, the character creation and Salon screens will be unified, and that 2 new face types are planned to be added in the second CBT. We would appreciate if you could try it out again and receive your feedback anew. As for measures against
Those are
other feedback,
surveys.
such as
Right.
reducing the darkness at night, reducing effects from other players, and reducing the screen shake effect, all of these are planned to be adjusted early after launch.
Right. Yeah, the game's not out
2
yet.
more face patterns
Beta
will be
plus.
added.
That's good news. It's unstoppable. I probably can stop doing character creation.
You can create the character with a spitting image of yourself now with this detailed configuration, don't you think?
I'm sure I can, but I'm afraid that I might feel depressed when I get attacked to the character that resembled me too much.
You're right.
Oh.
You don't really want to see your
Yep.
mirror image being defeated or losing.
One of the new face presets is similar to that of the shark face from the older PSO2.
Oh,
This may make it easier to create an even more anime-like character than the first CBT.
yeah.
That's
a
even
lot
better.
than
Even
how
more
it was
humanly,
before.
that is.
'Cause it
That's
changed the
correct.
look.
How did you
But-
two feel about the graphics in the CBT?
I have too many things that I want to say, so I don't know where to start. It's unbelievably realistic. It was so realistic that
Yeah.
I felt as if I was running in the field myself. As I
Oh,
heard
it
earlier
looks
that
like-
it can swim in the ocean, so I really want to try that
Okay.
out myself.
I'll have to see that myself.
And you like to create your
course.
character to be similar to your own self?
Yes, I try to create the character that resembles as closely to myself.
You don't want to create the mechanical girl character with twin pigtails like me?
Ah,
I think it's also nice to create the character far away from your real self. Anyway, you can configure all the facial parts and details, like where you want to put the eyes or how soft you want it to be looked and so on. Also, there are many different colors that you can choose from.
Right, I could choose its clothes, eyebrows, makeup.
Really, character creation is so enjoyable. The game with just that is good enough for me.
Thank you so much.
I think anyone can enjoy this game regardless of the gender.
Okay, on to the next slide.
of course.
Here are survey results related to quests and the map. What stands out are not enough end grinders or hard to spot minerals, and the inventory fills up very fast, making it hard to organize. We received lots of this feedback. It is planned to adjust the overall balance of these things for the second CBT. We will also be implementing the material storage feature planned for launch, which should help reduce inventory space issues. As for matchmaking, we plan to increase information about the
Builds
more
up too
complicated
fast
aspects of
inventory.
it by launch.
What they're saying here in the feedback. Dudes, it's fun
Seems
being
hard
able
to take
go
into account
anywhere,
all these
said the
opinions to fix
positive.
game balances on online games, huh?
That's right. But it's great that we are able to make adjustments by receiving player feedback.
Talking about people's experiences of the beta already.
I assume
That's what
players who
we've been doing.
participate know what they're talking about, so it sounds valuable.
It is. Yeah, right. What you just said.
On to the next slide, please. Lastly, here are the results for UI and system-related aspects. Some key points here, such as
UI.
Storehouse UI,
Services.
is hard to understand. Task guides are not properly shown.
Oh,
The
it's
font
not
is
easy to
small and hard
browse.
to see, and the level up notifications
It'll
and
make
the
it
chat
easier.
take up a lot of space. In the second CBT, we will adjust the UI for level
Lot
up
of space.
notifications and fix issues with the main menu. As for
I
other
had trouble with
issues, we plan to
notifications
make
since the
adjustments from
just
now
PSO2.
and towards launch.
But after a
I
while, I
see.
kinda
So although some changes may not
Didn't
make it to launch, later updates may
anymore.
fix them.
That's
it's
correct.
funny.
Being able to use feedback to keep improving the game is a wonderful thing about online games. The old PSO2 also became easier to play as updates happened, so the dev
Right.
team hopes to do the same with NGS as well.
There is no stopping in the improvement for NGS. It's a great motto, don't you think?
I agree. So the more people play NGS, the better game it will be.
That's it for the survey results.
Right.
Thank you
Okay.
to all participants of the first CBT. These results can also be viewed on the CBT website as well. So for those of you who are curious, please do go take a look. There are some feedback that we were unable to respond to this time, but we would like to carefully take in and look at it all together after the second CBT, prioritizing and planning certain fixes towards launch or even early post-launch. In that way, we hope to have as many users as possible enjoy the game. Those are the wishes of the development team as a whole. And that's it for the report.
Thank you very much. We hope that even more hopes and feedback of players are made reality. Development is tough, but having everyone help create a game together is great.
All right.
Now, the second CBT is fast approaching tomorrow, March 19th. So can you share its details?
Understood. Let's go to the next slide.
Considering this was in
Here are
Japan,
details on the second closed beta test. The test will be conducted from Friday, March 19th to Sunday, March 21st for 3 days, and users can play continuously from Saturday on to Sunday. We will have an even larger number of players join the second time, and will test the overall game system and high-priority bugs discovered in the first test. Now, here are details regarding the revisions to guidelines on use of copyrighted content in streams and videos.
Right. About that.
Starting with this test, it will be possible to use monetization functions, video sharing services.
What?
We have invited streamers overseas to join us as well.
Oh. About that.
Next slide, please. The following are the participation rewards for the second test. We will have 2 new campaigns for the second test. For those who reach Battle Power 1100 or more during the test period will receive 100 SG. And if you utilize the material storage, you will receive 50 SG at a later date. We will also continue the campaign from the first test. Those who had already completed the requirements in the first test can also complete them in the second test to receive the reward a total of 2 times. So please do participate.
It's finally tomorrow. How exciting!
Yes, as I reported earlier in the results, there are parts that were improved from the first CBT, so we would appreciate if participants of the first test joined in again.
You went through all that
I'm
for
not even
us
sure what
very
CBT
quickly,
means.
but you have other stuff to announce, right?
Yes, I overheard.
Yes, of course. Although the CBT won't include these, we have brand new information on weapon categories that will be present at launch, so allow me to introduce them.
Really looking forward to it.
Now then, please view this footage.
Alright, let's show something here. Weapon categories available on release.
The Hunter weapon. The Partisan is a Naginata-like weapon.
When the game comes out. Oh, okay. Those animations. Alright. Huh. Can't say I remember seeing
Learning the class skill Volcrafter allows you to hold down the button and unleash spears of photon which accumulate damage. These photon spears explode either by waiting some time or by inflicting a set amount of damage.
Or something similar.
Another weapon for hunters, Wired Lance, has the largest area of normal attack for hunter weapons. This weapon, like the assault rifle, will inflict more damage by attacking at the correct range, which makes it unique. By using the weapon action Wired Anchor, you can close in on enemies, so it may be interesting to see how you can combine this with other weapons via multi-weapons.
Yep. Ouch. Yep, nice downs. Yeah, I gotta really avoid it. Oh. I'm close. That is dead.
The Ranger weapon, Launchers. take a bit to unleash an attack,
Launchers.
but can dish out wide-ranged and powerful explosions, making it a unique weapon.
Jeez.
Since you can use your normal attacks while on the move,
Weird.
you can mitigate the time it takes to attack in the combat by playing correctly.
Two grenades.
Using the weapon action, Sticky Bomb will attach a bomb that will detonate in a set amount of time at the enemy. Although the explosion doesn't do much damage, it's useful for restoring PP. Mix them up with photon arts to combat enemies effectively.
Okay.
The fighter weapon, Twin Daggers, are a close-range weapon with high mobility mid-air.
I feel like those and soaring blades are somewhat similar but different.
High mobility combat is possible with this weapon, and learning a certain class skill will allow you to attack propelling forward after normal attacking at a specific timing after a PA. This allows you to readjust positioning during a fight. The weapon action Dagger Spin allows you to guard and move in emergencies.
Maybe a little similar but different.
Another fighter weapon, the Double Saber, can hit multiple times in a short span. Using a PA will activate a whirlwind, which strengthens as you hit enemies.
Those are in there.
The weapon action Saber Parry works like the Wand Parry and is useful for blocking enemy attacks. Class skills such as Deadly Archer will allow you to unleash the Deadly Archer attack by holding down the weapon action button once the whirlwind state is at its second strength. The Talus for forces and tectors unleash techniques like the Rod and Wand can, but spreading the Talus to your surroundings will allow you to use a technique with effects differently than usual. The way the Talus works changes depending on the PA, so choosing the right PA for the situation allows for effective combat. Learning the class skill Talus Bloom Revoke and holding down the weapon action allows the Talus to be retrieved quickly.
I'm talking about the weapons. Like you play through the practice.
The weapon action of the Talus allows you to place Taluses without the use of a PA and can recover PP without having to perform normal attacks.
Those Taluses, so that's what's available on launch.
Let's look at some slides for a summary.
Yeah,
We introduced the Partisan and Wired Lance for Hunters, Launcher for Rangers, and Twin Dagger and Double Saber for Fighters, and Talus for Forces and Tectors for a total of 6 types of weapon categories. The closed beta test had limited types of weapons each class can use, but we feel that once these weapons are made available, it will expand the combat possibilities. The subclass and multi-weapons should also increase the scope of usable weapons, so it may be fun to find your own combat style you enjoy the most. Are there any weapons you particularly took an interest to?
I like the Partisan the best. I'm used to combating with it because I've been using it since PSU. Its actions are really cool too.
This is a well-known weapon too.
Yes, how about you, Daggers?
I'm the launcher. The reason for that is, imagine, I'm setting up my launcher in a distant shade while everyone else is in the combat. When they're in the peril, I shoot down the enemy with my launcher, then everyone would start saying, "Who was the hero just now?" And I'll say, "It's me, Habu-chan."
Like you appear out of the smoke or something. Did you make up that story yourself?
That's funny.
That's the kind of hero you want to be?
It's really cool, isn't it?
Well, just don't shoot your friendlies.
Of course I won't.
That's it for all the information for NGS today. Since this is still only the second CBT, perhaps there wasn't as much new information. But next time, it'd be great if we could reveal more about what everyone wants to hear, such as the story, the characters, and more character creation features.
I still need to play
Please
up some 1 and 6.
Thank you so much, Hiro-san. Please stay with us for the next section of this program.
We got more.
Now, let's go on to the next section. Cover me, please.
How much of this is
The next
there?
section is PSO2 NGS message box.
Okay.
In this section, we would like to introduce you some of the cheering messages that we received from the
Haven't
users.
been an hour
We
yet.
asked the users for their comments with hashtag PSO2 NGS cheering messages in the last time and received so many cheering messages.
Alright.
Thank you, everyone, for posting your comments. The cheering messages from the users really mean a lot to us.
We're talking about the comments from Japan.
That's right. It's very encouraging for these
I
very
don't know
busy
about the
development
comments in
members.
global, but
We
yeah.
also received many delightful messages from the participants of the
Aren't
first
they?
closed beta
Plus,
test.
this was aired at an earlier time,
All right, well, let's introduce some of the messages that we picked up.
as it's
Cover me,
uploaded here in
please.
First one is from Maximum Zoku no Tebasaki-san.
global.
I enjoyed playing this game throughout these 3 days. I felt like a new wind blowing in, yet it still carried the fundamentals of PSO2. Especially keeping the existing system intact, such as the combat system and the PSE. Many new systems like the Photon Glide were introduced to the game as well. I felt a strong, uncompromising attitude toward
Glide
making
through
of
the
this
air
game
now.
in the development team. I'm really looking forward to official release of this game.
What a great comment. It sounds like the user's been playing for a while.
The name sounds so strong, doesn't it? Maximum Zoku no Tebasaki-san.
Find that in the username? I wonder.
It's from Kobayashiki. I felt the confidence of the development
Says where
team
it's
when it
from.
was brought out to the world. I couldn't have enough of this game, even though I played it through from the beginning till the end yesterday. It's even harder now that I have to wait a little longer for the official release. My friend who has never played PSO2 before said, the game footage looked a lot of fun, so I strongly recommend he participate in the CBT that starts tomorrow.
Once you get to participate in the CBT, you want to play it non-stop.
The chance to play is only for 3 days.
It's not to
Beta.
just watch the movie
PvP
clip, so imagine how
stuff,
fun it
beta.
would be for actually playing the game. The next one is from Neriru. I'm so glad that you realized my dream of what I want to do and how I want to do it. In the character creation and the action scenes, I have high hopes for a new era of the PSO2 that ARX and SEGA are taking aim at.
Well, I guess the demands of the users are reflected properly in the game, right?
I think so. The new actions that are not included in the current PSO2, like the glide and dash, are meeting the demands of the users, I believe.
Just a slight addition of elements to the game is enough to get me excited.
Yeah, I really want to read it myself, but it's written in English, so I'm ask Hiro-san instead.
Well,
Sure. We have here a cheering
Translation.
message in English, and I would like to read it. From IceWolf762.
Everything I have seen so far for PSO2 and NGS is really fantastic. The team are doing a brilliant job, and I can't wait
Let's just
for it to
speak
be
in
released.
English.
ということで、
もう読み終わったんです。
I see. It means I'm having a house party at my house and you're invited.
what?
That's correct. No, just kidding. Actually, it said, everything I've seen
Language
so far
borders.
for hashtag PSO2 NGS is
Doesn't
really
matter which
fantastic.
end of
The
the
team are doing a
language
brilliant
you're
job,
on.
and I can't
You all
wait for it
face
to
the
be
language
released.
borders.
待てないですと。
Okay, I
What
see.
languages do?
Getting
You all
such cheering
face the
message even
language
from
borders.
overseas make me feel that this game is
Everyone
indeed
gets
deeply
it.
loved by many players around the world. Next one is from Mia. Thank you for the beta test. NGS is amazing. My brother and I have been playing the PSO series for a long time and we really love its view of the world. The vast and beautiful field and combating unknown life forms from outer space. The weapon and actions are so cool. I can't wait for its official release. I support you guys 100%.
Well, there are siblings who play the game together. I like to play the game following its story as well. The story's well constructed, and it's always exciting to see how it turns out.
That's why I need to still try and do
The next
episode 1
one is
and
from
6,
Tsuka
to be
P.
honest. But then mostly
Another 10 years looking into the 30th anniversary of the PSO series. I always look forward to fun adventures as well as character creation. I think SEGA is 10 years ahead of anybody else in the field. It's incredible to see this genuine made-in-Japan game achieving such high level. I have a high hope for the PSO2 NGS to be a really fun game so that I can tell everyone that with conviction.
That's a wonderful message. So encouraging, isn't it?
Yes, I can't thank them enough.
Please let us hear your voice. Let us know your thoughts and comments on the NGS by posting messages with hashtag PSO2 NGS cheering message. We continue to introduce them in the program.
I was going to mention that earlier. The way the combat system looked, well, combat system always kind of looked
This
like
campaign
that,
is called
looked a
Do
little
You Know PSO2
different in a way,
NGS?
but still the same. If you get what I mean.
This is a campaign to educate people who don't know about the major update
PSO2.
information to the PSO2 NGS, with the help of the users of the PSO2 series.
That's nice. Basically, we'd like to ask the users of the PSO2 series to let others know how fun it is to play the PSO2 NGS. So specifically, how are they going to do that?
This time, we would like to have the users make an acrostic poem with NGS, expressing the aspect that you like or good points about the PSO2 NGS.
Okay, the users also need to do this then.
That's right.
Prior to this program, we've made our own acrostic poem with NGS. Was it difficult for you? How was it? Tell me.
Yes, it was, especially the G part. It took me about 10 minutes to come up with a word status with G.
Right, but in Japanese it's gagi guge go, so very difficult.
Well,
I had some difficulty myself. One more thing, Hiro Arai-san has agreed to do this as well. I can see all the fans of Hiro Arai are bursting with joy right now, getting ready to take some screenshots and all. Okay, let's start off with you, Habumi.
Okay, I'll go first.
Yeah.
Now,
what
are you
they
ready?
stand for.
N of NGS.
Why can't you say New
Oh
Genesis?
my word.
I have a hunch that something's going to happen. Next is G of NGS.
Great.
Right.
All right, S of NGS.
Special view of the world.
That's nice.
Wait, what did you say in the last? Wait, I didn't hear it. Darn it.
It seems that your acrostic poem can be used in many other situations.
I really had a lot of things I wanted to write, but simply put, this was it.
There you go.
Great and special.
It turned a little childish, didn't it?
But I really think I did a great job, especially on the end part. Oh my word. It sounds really me.
Yeah, oh my word. It sounds like you. Why is that? Use this word often?
Well, just that I thought not very many people would come up with a word.
I see. Well, hardly anyone starts off their conversation with that word. Thank you so much. But your surprise is understandable. I mean, the graphics were beautiful beyond words. Now, could you please show yours, Hiro-san?
Yes, sure. I made one for the global users.
Oh, so now we can
For the
read it.
global users.
All right.
Sounds like it's possibly made in English.
Highly likely.
All right, let's hear it. N of NGS.
Nice game.
All right.
Nice game. Sounds close to oh my word. Now G of NGS
similar.
is
Translational. That's what he's doing now.
Good game.
good game.
Good.
And finally S of NGS is
Sweet game? I don't know.
Super game.
super game.
Okay. Super game. I thought sweet game. Why sweet
It's
game?
simple and anyone can get this
Super
message.
game. Right. Super game. Sure.
You think so?
go
Doesn't
with
it
that.
sound a bit childish? Is it okay?
I think it's good.
I feel somewhat familiar with her.
I can see that familiarity
Okay.
too. About the same vocabulary level, right?
Then show us your Iwai-san.
Sure thing.
Oh,
I
what's
made one in
this?
regard to the contents of NGS, like things that some players end up doing.
Okay,
Okay.
let's start. N
Let's
of
see what it
NGS.
What does it stand for then?
Looks unclimbable.
G of
What?
NGS.
The cliff.
Those symbols.
S of
Japanese
NGS.
symbols.
I spent so much time trying to climb up the cliff, but I failed. It happens sometimes, doesn't it?
Okay. What?
When I played this game, I tried to climb up a
NGS?
cliff for about 30 minutes, but I failed as a result. It was really fun for me, just to see how far up I can climb.
I was like, is that climbable
funny.
to begin with?
Right. I tried to find tiny
Oh my
cracks on that
gosh.
vertical cliff so I could climb up using that.
Right. You kept trying and trying.
I just enjoy searching for those tiny spots.
They were
I
not
recommend
supposed
everyone
to.
to try it once it's released.
I agree.
Funny.
It's a good challenge.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun. I'm sure I can fully enjoy the game with just that, searching for that tiny spots to climb up the cliff.
I have seen many tweets saying that they've tried the same thing.
Is that so? Maybe it's our nature to go higher and higher. The field is so vast that it's a lot of fun just searching for such places. I would like everyone to make your own acrostic poem like we showed today.
Yes, we would like you to make an acrostic poem with NGS expressing the aspects that you like or good points about the PSO2 NGS. Please post it along with hashtag PSO2 NGS acrostic poem.
Hashtag PSO2 NGS. Acrostic poem.
It would be nice to see this trending.
It sure is.
Maybe I
Please
could try
post
and
them
do
one
that
after another.
after I do this live stream.
We're looking forward to your
Well,
posts.
Thank
after
you in
we
advance.
reacted to this. I
Well,
could
thank you,
probably do
Hiro-san,
that.
for providing us with various informations. Lastly, would you give us a message to the viewers?
The second CBT will be held starting tomorrow. I am really excited because PSO2 NGS is going to be played by many more users. Our staff members will be ready to respond during the CBT so that everyone can enjoy it.
PS2.
If there is any trouble, please contact our support. We also send out the NGS information on the official community
Genesis.
Twitter account,
That's
rappy.comu.
like-
It is our aim
still
to
want to
make
see
this
this.
place where every player can gather around and see the posts that one may find interesting. So let's achieve this together. And please follow us. You can count on this unrelentingly improving PSO2 NGS. Thank you for your time today.
Thank
Well,
you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Huh. Thank you for sharing.
Okay, now
You're
we're really
welcome.
close to the end of the
Right.
program. Habumi, you've forgotten about the mission that we gave to you at the beginning of the program, haven't you?
Of course I remember.
Did you make one?
Yes, I did.
You don't forget?
I never forget about what I was told.
Really?
Habumi was asked to come up with an original signature pose that the viewers of the program would want to
Oh,
copy.
that of course.
If the signature pose is a good one, we're going to do that pose when we call the title of this program in the beginning from now on. The signature pose that was created by the last assistant, Nibu-chan of Hinatazaka 46, was this one.
What is it? Let's see it.
What do you think?
What?
Ears? Is it kawaii, isn't it?
oh
I thought really
the
kawaii when I was
heck?
watching this.
That's good.
my gosh.
But knowing that
That
Habumi's
is
created
funny.
her original signature pose, please know that it's my intention that I want to choose and accept your pose preferentially.
No.
Oh my
Please
gosh.
choose both.
Well, anyway, I want a better signature pose than the last one.
I got you. I will show you a cool signature pose.
I can hardly wait.
That was funny.
Now I'm
What?
nervous.
Oh,
Demonstrate it toward the camera over that way. Now the moment of truth.
PSO2NGS.
hey.
Wow.
Funny. I'm not coming out. Oh,
What was that again?
funny. Oops. Nervous.
S. O. 2.
PSO2.
NGS.
Feels a bit dated, doesn't it?
That's what it did there.
Yeah, it's got an 80s feel to it.
That's what it
I
did
thought Hero
there.
would accept this pose to copy.
It's like T,
Yeah, it's a cute
like
pose though.
S-O,
Not good enough?
2. It's like,
Well, like I said earlier, I'm in
yes,
favor
like,
of Habumi,
what
but
the
give me
heck?
a moment to evaluate.
That's
Now it's time
funny.
to announce the decision.
That's, dude.
The decision is
Yes? No?
pending! Pending!
Okay.
It just lacked of a decisive factor.
Oh, come on.
Really? I thought very hard to come up with this.
Well, I really want to accept your pose if it were all up to me.
You're really mean, Iwai-san.
It's not me, it was the staff members out there that they tacitly forced me to say pending. Blame them.
Okay.
I'm ready to accept
There
your
you
proposal
go.
even if it's terrible, but unfortunately the decision was pending, so please challenge it again next time.
Pending. We're pending. My gosh.
Lastly, we have an announcement for the next program. How about me, please?
The next program will be the third of the Prologue series. We will air it as PSO2 New Genesis Prologue 3. The next program will be also the full of must-see information regarding to PSO2 NGS, so please look forward to it.
Alright. Let's see
I
it.
enjoyed this program. How was this Prologue 2 for you?
Hiro-san's explanation was really informative and it made me want to play the game so bad. It seems to be a lot of fun to play with my members, and I have so many things that I want to try.
You can play with other people without leaving your house.
That's right.
Something on
It'd be so much fun to play with your friends. In this program, we continue to provide NGS information as clearly and enjoyably as possible.
I will keep learning more about NGS so that I can share a lot of fun points about the NGS with everyone else. Lastly, please like and subscribe to our channel.
Yes, please do. Would you come to the program again?
Of course.
Suddenly an of course pose? It came out at last. Thank you so much. Please come again, especially now that you said of course. And don't forget to bring another version of your signature pose.
Okay, thank you.
That's all we have for today's program. Thank you for watching. Please look forward to the next one. Goodbye.
Bye. Alright, man. How about that? It was interesting. A little similar to when I watch when I see Sakurai do his presentation over the new fighters in Smash Bros. Ultimate. A little similar, but of course that's how different that was. Replace. Did I almost say PlayStation? Oops. Yeah. Phantasy Star Online 2. So yeah, that was Phantasy Star Online 2, New Genesis Prologue 2. Because I'm thinking now that, yeah, probably didn't see Prologue 1, but glad I saw Prologue 2, though. Talking about the game before it even comes out yet, because it's still in beta. Like, just feels like it's an expansion from the already existing PSO2. I mean, that's kind of what it is, right? Because they figured, find a completely separate game that can make it still part of the same game. And so many people who already play the already current game, so they just made it as like an expansion where they're both side by side, like they're both the same game or something like that. Yeah. So thank you for watching. You're welcome. Thanks for sharing. Yuki and Mizuho Abu. I feel like I mispronounced those as I said them. I was just reading those names, and those were the hosts of that. Of course, that was in Japan. It was aired early. It was recorded at an earlier time. Or they upload on the YouTube. Something like that. Yep. Oh, alright. It was New Genesis Phantasy Star Online 2. I mean, honestly, I'll probably be playing the... Yeah. I mean, by the time New Genesis Phantasy Star Online 2 comes out, truth is, I'll probably still be playing the just regular PSO2. Not that I wouldn't be interested in playing New Genesis, it's just that I haven't completed episode 1 through 6 yet. Because ever since I started playing Phantasy Star Online 2, not just ever since I started playing that game, but also basically what I mostly do on my channel is I check out in-game events. Well, those you already know what I do on my channel, you know what I'm talking about. In-game events, like seasonal events. I've been mostly playing the game for its seasonal events, because that's the kind of content I create on my channel over the seasonal events. I do like a summary of the event, like an overview of everything that there is that's new with the event, like what are the new cosmetics, or is there a time-limited game mode or anything like that. And after doing that, checking that all out in summary, I would then try to go in-game, in-depth, in-game, like further detail, just seeing it all in the game for myself. So that's me going in-game in depth of everything we checked out in the summarized overview of the seasonal event. That's first a summary overview, then going in-game in depth on the event, the seasonal event, like a Christmas event or Halloween event. That's what I do on my channel, aside from these reaction videos off to the side. So yeah, if you're new to my channel, and that's what I do. That's what I've mostly been doing with PSO2, because PSO2 has a lot of seasonal events in it. Yeah. Yeah. Of course, like when they started at the beginning of the year, they had, what was it? Raffy New Year or something? I forgot what they call it, but yeah, they did something besides PSO2 Day. I think that's the last thing I even, like, played the game and did. They didn't seem to have any seasonal events going on since they started. This was called Raffy New Year or something with the Raffies, I forgot. They had a New Year's event that had to do with the Raffies or something. I forgot what it's called though. But yeah, so basically after I finished doing episode 1 through 6 myself and PSO2, then I'll probably move on to the new Genesis. But yeah, I mean, since it's kind of hard, since it's still part of the same game, it's not like, yeah, I mean, plus even when I'm still playing PSO2 before in new Genesis, I'll still see the new graphic update, of course. I also might be a little concerned if whether or not I might be able to actually play the game when they upgrade it with the new graphic update, because, I don't know, will my graphics card be able to handle the graphics update? Like, I'm not so sure about that, but probably, hopefully, yeah, at least would try and make the standards of the recommendation or the minimum would at least be low enough for at least the majority of your systems out there to be able to run them. Otherwise, if you set the minimum recommended so high, not everyone's going to be able to play it, you know? I'm sure a lot of people will be able to with the graphic update. Yeah, like that they announced a global closed beta. Yeah, right. They did that in here? Or was that, I don't know, I can't say I remember what I was really paying attention to when they said that. Unless I overheard that and didn't really hear it as a listening. But yeah, right, they did that in there. Of course, it's Japanese. Origin in Japan. Like how many times have I said that in here? I'm watching that. So it's really, after I saw that, I kind of feel like, yeah, I probably didn't see Prologue 1. But I know I remember seeing since it was announced that Microsoft's digital press conference in 2020, in July. Yeah, that's why I remember seeing that already. Yeah, like especially on the webpage, the website for the game. Yeah, here's the website. Yeah, it's the website. Of course, that's what I was just watching. As I said down here, it was aired at a different time, the event. We'll see brand new brand update. Yep. For more about the game. The footage is Japan, January. It was aired at an earlier time. What I read down here. This program will be on air on March 18th, Thursday. The YouTube Live. Filming to be done in advance or on air. So it's filmed in advance. Well, I mean, it's in Japan. So figured it's filmed in advance. And I clicked on the website from down here below. Hopefully you guys can read that on my screen. The True Adventure starts. Yeah, I looked at some of this a bit more. Because that's what this right here is. Because I know I've read this and I've re-looked at it again, apparently. Yeah, it's just a bit of information about it. Here's the trailer in there. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, just going through. That's what they showed at the beginning of the live stream that I just watched. All this. Yeah, they showed this already. Yeah, they showed all that. We saw that already. They like showed it twice at the beginning of the whole press little, why am I about to say press event? Showed that during the PSO2 New Genesis Prologue too, in the very beginning of it, because I was clicking, like I said, I was clicked on these two things down here. That's the new one is this thing. What? No, it's this basically. Part 2. Yeah, it's just what's, you know, with PSO2 and New Genesis being connected basically. Yeah, you know, like it's expansion. Oops, what am I doing? Wrong scene. Yeah, I'm just talking a bit about that. So, yeah, I was looking up a bit about that, even though I've kind of read up some of it before in the past. You know, it was still in development. Some of the stuff in that was websites about in New Genesis will be updated potentially once the game fully comes out. Does that feel like when I saw that trailer, it's about New Genesis, since it was revealed at Xbox Microsoft press conference in 2020, like in July or something. Yeah, since I saw in there, it felt like it looked kind of similar to another, well, the stuff you could do in New Genesis reminds me a lot of what you could do in another MMO that I used to play a whole lot before I started playing this one, called Land Soul. Yeah, because a lot of stuff I'm seeing in New Genesis reminds me of what I could do in Blade Soul, but entirely different game. Like, you know, because this was made by SEGA. Of course, Phantasy Star Online 2 is more of a sci-fi anime, right? And Land Soul is just martial arts with, like, folklore, Chinese mythology. That's what is entirely different MMO, but, you know, same similar kind of features because it's the same kind of genre of games, but, yeah, never mind that, but yeah. That's because when I looked at the trailer, it's like, when I saw that, I was like, oh, kind of similar, but of course it's different in its own way. I'm just saying from what I remember from experience playing another game that looks a little similar to it. But of course, every game can be similar to some other game out there, yet different in its own way. Yeah, it's kind of like an expansion from PSO2, this game. So, let's get done with episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And PSO2, I'll then probably move on to Genesis. Otherwise, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see what happens with it. After yeah. And then so caught up and busy with the seasonal events, I haven't been able to do episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, but hopefully get around to that sooner. Yeah. So, alright. Yeah, that's it for this reaction video. Surprised it lasts only for an hour. Like, really? Was that really an hour? How long that was? Was that like just around an hour long? Weird, I felt like it was a little longer than an hour. Could be mistaken, but yeah, that's a reaction. Yes, of course I was mostly just listening to what they were saying, but Yeah, as I didn't know what to expect when I was watching that new Genesis Prologue 2 when I already saw it. Of course, this is just me talking about my thoughts about it when seeing it. Kind of, like I said, it's kind of similar to when I reacted to a video about, like, not, because I feel like I'm saying his name wrong, but I know it's Sakurai, like the creator of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, when he's doing a presentation. He presents the new fighters in Smash Bros. Ultimate, like Pyra and Mithra or Sephiroth in Smash Bros. Where he does a presentation of explaining about the characters in further detail, the new DLC fighters in the game. Kind of similar to that, but different. You know what I mean? Because, listening to someone from Japan speak about the game. There's a translator in the background. Well, you can hear them barely in the background, but you mostly hear translator. And again, you just hear mostly him speaking Japanese while you see the subtitles on screen. And there's always a language barrier, you know? No matter which side you are on, like, no matter which end you're on of the, whichever end you're on in the language barrier, it's always I'm trying to understand what someone's saying, but yeah, everyone experiences that. But there are ways to there are ways to communicate, you know? Yeah, with technology. It's nice. Yeah. So I guess I could say I can't wait till it comes out. When I'm done with episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Because I feel like I just want to get through the story. But yeah, I'm sure I've already said that. Alright. Yeah, my mouth is getting pretty dry. I think that's enough of me talking about, like, this of what we just watched there. Yeah, I know it's talking about the closed beta. Wait, CVT. Closed beta. Isn't that what CVT stands for? It's like closed beta something? CVT, closed beta, like closed beta time or something? Yeah, I was wondering what CVT stand for. Yeah, it stands for something like closed beta. Right. Let's try it. I usually, after I do a reaction video or something, I kind of just try and see my thoughts about what I reacted to. And sometimes I'm like, my mind is blank, and closed beta test. Yeah, right. That's what it said. Closed beta test. That's what it stands for. Right. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a hashtag in there, Twitter hashtag thing of putting your own like abbreviation of NGS. I need to do that after I end this video. So yeah. Look good. Hashtag it on Twitter. So yeah, glad I saw that. Glad I was able to be up this early in the morning just to see that before 7 o'clock, because it started at 7 in the morning. Usually when like a Nintendo Direct starts, it starts so early in the morning, I miss it, and I wake up and I'm like, oh shoot, I missed it. And I'm like watching it like later in the day and then having it uploaded the next day, because I didn't see it when they showed it so early in the morning. It's like, dang, I didn't see it when they showed that early in the morning, but you probably noticed that we do some like reaction videos that are recorded before I start doing live like this. Yeah, I do most of my reaction videos recorded, but most of them are done live like this too. So yeah, alright. You're doing the closed beta test right now from what I remember hearing, right? BRV games, aren't you? You already got in it. From what I remember hearing you saying in the Lincoln's Discord server. Yeah, I remember. Excuse me. Well, I feel like I'm having a hard time talking right now. I remember you saying you got in it. Oh, you got into the Japan version. Right. Because it's not really available globally yet, right? This Japanese version still, yeah, the global closed beta is different. Okay, global closed beta different. Yeah, they said something about copyright in there, like for Let's Plays and such. Like, oh, jeez, really? I noticed that at one point in there. I'll probably rewatch this a bit after I end the stream here, just to see a bit more of what that said, because I couldn't read all of it. I didn't read all of it in time. But yeah, I guess that's mostly for the, well, yeah, it's mostly for the closed beta, what they were talking about there, because the game's not out yet. Or playthroughs, let's plays, yeah, right. What I do on my channel is basically kind of like a remix, an innovative way of, and it's basically an innovative way or take on Let's Plays or playthroughs, since I don't exactly do Let's Plays, playthroughs the exact same way you mostly see other people do. I do it a little differently, because hence the seasonal events. But yeah, I don't know, just me trying to remix what's already been done, simply redoing what's already done. I like take what's already been done and then recreate something brand new out of it. That's what I've been doing. And so that's what I started doing with the seasonal events, basically. But yeah, you think if I kind of see that, how I did that a little bit. Alright, yeah, now I feel like I'm kind of just talking about other random things here, aside from what we just finished watching here. So, alright, yeah, that's actually really it. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that's it for me reacting to this and talking a bit about it, or my thoughts on it. But yeah, still glad I saw it. So anyway, yeah, that's it for this video. So, yeah. You guys are new to my channel. If any of you are new to my channel and you'd like to see more from me or any of my other content that I create, kind of a bit of more of what I just said, aside, because like, yeah, you'd like to see me do more reaction videos like this or any of my other content over seasonal events, in-game events, or playthroughs or whatever, you know, that I do on my channel. If you'd like to see a bit more of that from me, then you can subscribe. That's totally all up to you, you know. Slap the like button to let me know what you thought about the video, if you liked it or not, you know. Or tell me in the comments down below what you thought about. Really, what you thought about this thing, even though I react to it. But you can do that if you want to, yeah. Apart from those talking in the chat live, I'm saying this to those who didn't see this live, but either way, doesn't matter. But yeah, you know, yeah. So yeah, if you want to see more from me, you can subscribe. That's totally up to you. Hey, it's not really. Thanks for being here. Really, thanks for watching. Because I still just do this anyway, regardless of whether people sub or not. But you sub and just, I guess that just helps me get further. I mean, it's not up to me. It's all up to you, really. That's why I say it's all up to you. I mean, it's really not up to me, of course, whether you do or don't. But, yeah. So, yeah. Really. Or, if you want to keep up with everything I do and not miss a thing I do, then you can follow me on all my social media, like down in the description down below. Because, they've posted on Twitter, I'll at least try to, because I noticed on some videos, like, I mean, it's recommended you follow me on all my social media so you don't miss a thing at all. Because sometimes I forget to post it on Twitter. Like, what the heck? Like, you're already suddenly on YouTube, then, yeah, you probably won't, you know, like, oh, things like the notification bell and such. Really, all totally up to you guys if you want to see more from me and such. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's it. That's enough of me talking about this stuff. Probably gonna go eat breakfast because it's been so early in the morning. I just got up to see this really early, before 7 o'clock, trying to prepare for it and such. So, yep. Alright. See you later, DRP games. I might actually be going live for another video again later today, but we'll see. Anyway, yep. So yeah, and with that said, thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time. See you later. See you later. Yeah, see you later, dear. Oh, God, I can't talk about it right now. My mouth is really dry. I feel like I'm not enunciating every word for word I'm saying. Yeah, see you later, DRV games. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Thanks for being here live. Whether you're seeing this live or not, thanks for watching. Really. Much appreciated. Yeah. See ya. Thanks for watching. You check it out. We're doing a reaction video reacting to the PSO2 New Genesis Prologue 2. Glad I saw that or checked it out. Now I'm thinking I probably did not see the first one. Probably go back and probably could go back and watch the first one, but then again I'm pretty sure I have an idea of what they were talking about in the first prologue compared to the second one. Just more updated version. Well, it's just more updated information on the game before it's out. Of course. Yep. So that was fun reacting to that. Usually I say a lot or commentate a bit more when I'm reacting to something, but I didn't seem to do that as much through this, I guess. I don't know. That's just how it went. It is what it is. Thanks. Yeah, it is. Right. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye-bye. Later. Really, I'm not kidding when I say I hope you can understand what I'm saying. Sometimes I mumble. Yeah. See you later. Still dragging this on. Bye, guys. Bye-bye.